Charles Ramsey is the former police chief of Washington, D.C., the former police commissioner of Philadelphia. He is our law enforcement analyst here on CNN. So, Charles Ramsey, as we look at these pictures now from Minneapolis, Minnesota, again, a calculated decision on behalf or on the part of the Minneapolis Police Department so that they wouldn't lose any more life here.
Well, I don't know how calculated it was, but it is what it is. I mean, they're surrounded. People would break into the station, start setting fires. They evacuated the station. Again, this is just a terrible situation all the way around. Certainly, they didn't anticipate this happening. I'm talking about the police. But, you know, they got people out of there to save lives, both of the police officers as well as the people there demonstrating and causing the fire to have occurred there.
I want to get your reaction to the National Guard because I know that the St. Paul mayor for sure asked for the National Guard, help from the National Guard. Now the National Guard is confirming that they are headed to Minneapolis and St. Paul and the surrounding area there. Your reaction to the National Guard being deployed, 500 soldiers.
I think it's absolutely the right move. I hope 500 is enough, to be honest with you. They're going to have to take control of the streets. And obviously the police are overwhelmed, cannot do it alone. They need the National Guard. And I don't say that lightly. I mean, I've worked in a lot of different places, and the last thing you want to do is bring in the National Guard if you don't have to. But this has gotten totally out of control, and they're going to have to bring in the National Guard to establish order. This is not going to stop on its own. It's going to continue to intensify. So the quicker they get enough resources out there to calm things down, to protect property, protect lives, the better off everyone's going to be. And again, it's not just Minneapolis. They've got to protect St. Paul. They got to protect surrounding areas as well.
These are live ground pictures now. This is from our CNN camera of Minneapolis. This is where Sarah Seidner and Josh Campbell will join us from this camera location in moments. They were moved back to a safe distance so that they can continue to report. But these are live pictures outside the Minneapolis Police Department. You can see protesters standing dangerously close to the fire. And you can see the words up on the screen right in the middle, Minneapolis Police. Again, the 3rd Precinct on fire. The police department said that their staff at the 3rd Precinct was evacuated. The director of the Office of Public Safety and Information saying protesters forcibly entered the building and ignited several fires. Before we get back to Sarah and Josh, I just want to ask you, Chief Ramsey, if you can please explain to us, what will the National Guard do that police are not able to do here?
They'll provide some additional protection in key areas of the city to protect property and assist any way they can. The Minneapolis and St. Paul police departments will still have the lead, but they will be there to support them any way they can and be deployed. Their visible presence alone will make a difference. Again, they do come in situations like this when asked or activated by the governor. And this is a case where they are definitely needed. I just hope 500 is enough.